18,000 of the world's top investors about to go right there. This stadium, people come from around the world, and basically, I try to go every year. It's the Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Charlie Munger, their annual meeting. And the interesting thing is, this is all the stuff they should have taught us in school. You can come to this annual meeting and learn more there than you learn in 2 years of school, because one of the things they forget to teach you in school about investing money, which basically means you're going to be a salary slave for the rest of your life, because the true definition of investing is making your money work for you while you sleep. That's passive investing. Active investing, or getting a job, is where you invest your own time, your own energy, your own money into making more money. But the problem is, you and I run out of energy, we run out of time. So one of the things they talk about here is how to become an investor. A true investor is a passive investor. You take some of your money, hopefully you save a little bit of money every year, every month, every paycheck. You put it into something that makes money for you while you're sleeping. Use other people's energy, other people's time. Your time is limited. Your energy is limited. Your income is always, if you only have income from your own occupation, then you've guaranteed to limit yourself to how much time and energy you could put in. Most is 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days. That's the most if you don't take a day of vacation. So that's why the world has become enslaved financially. You got 1.2 trillion in college debt just in the United States. It's not counting credit card debt. That's not counting, long-term debt, mortgages, things like that. Some debt's okay, but not when you're a slave to it. So one of the things you're gonna have to do is self-educate. Trust me, the school system, by the time they figure out to do this, it's gonna be for your kids and grandkids. It's too late for you and I in terms of what we learn in school. So you gotta replicate the school system, but in a way that's advantageous to yourself, which is basically what they should have taught you. I'm back from Omaha, and the investor meeting was amazing. One of the things that'll change your life, or the thing that changes your life, people ask me, is it a book that you read? Is it that? People go, I want to become an investor. In general, what changes your life, there's a good book on this by Jim Collins, one of the top business writers. It's luck events of who you meet. So I went to that Omaha, Nebraska investor meeting because by being around other investors, ideally in person, but when you can't do it in person, it could be through a book or through a video. That's what teaches you how to become an investor. It's not like, life's not just all about facts, like, okay, you invest in real estate or you invest in the stock market and automatically you make money. No, it's more sophisticated than that. You have to pick up from people their vibes. You have to pick up their habits, their intuition. That's how you become a great investor. So, as I said, when I was in Omaha, I was thinking of opening back up my How to Invest group. I'm gonna do that for 7 days, and I'm gonna give partial scholarships, because I'm gonna introduce you to a whole bunch of concepts. And a whole bunch of investors, a whole bunch of teachers. It's an online digital product that you can watch on your phone or your laptop. I did this last November. I opened this up, and thousands of people went into it. And I want to offer a scholarship because maybe you couldn't get in November because it was too expensive, but you got 7 days left. I'm going to put a link right below. I'm going to offer partial scholarships for the next 7 days because I want to introduce you to investing. One of the things that changed my life over a decade ago was I bought an online program, taught me how to do Google AdWords. It was a luck event that I bumped into this person named Corey Rudel, who I never met in person. He actually died in a car accident before I got to meet him in 2007 or 2008. But just learning from him online made me realize, oh man, I can invest money in the internet and make a great return. And since then, what I learned from him, made 50 million or more directly from what I learned from him. My businesses generate way more than $50 million in revenue from what I learned from that one class. Now, this invest program, I'm not saying you're gonna make $50 million in your businesses. I'm just telling you my story. Most people don't get those results. But what I will tell you is that if you go through the rest of your life not understanding the game of money, the game of investing, you're always gonna be at a disadvantage. You're always gonna be someone else's, quote unquote, I won't say it because YouTube and Facebook might get mad, someone else's B. And the second you don't understand how money works, you're someone else's B. And that's not a good thing. So when you get into this course with a partial scholarship, I'm gonna pick up part of the cost, but I can only open it for 7 days, not because I'm trying to, you know, rush you into something, but because people paid full price for this, so it's not fair to them if I leave it open forever. So I'm gonna do it for 7 days. Click the link below, or it might be here in the corner. Go there, that's the scholarship, partial scholarship link. I'm gonna pick up part of the cost for you. We got a payment plan, it's not that expensive. People dropping $20,000 to get a bachelor's degree per year, and they don't learn any practical stuff about how to invest their money. I'm gonna teach you over 20 different investment principles. Real estate, you know, business investing. We'll talk about stock market, we'll talk about Forex, we'll talk about currency. All these things they should have taught you in school, this program is gonna introduce you to. I've got different people, different experts teaching. And you're gonna be able to decide as you go through this course. It's a 2-month course, you do it online. You're gonna be able to decide what's good for you and what's not good for you. So you got 7 days left. Click this link, and I hope one of these days I'll see you in Omaha, Nebraska at that Berkshire Hathaway meeting. I actually today had lunch. I had to come back because I had lunch with a guy who's a top real estate investor. He said he started with no money, and now he's got an 11 or $10 billion real estate investment fund. He learned about investing. He said when he started, he knew nothing, and he found mentors. He learned some on his own. He learned some from other people. That's what you got to do. Life in general is a game of health, wealth, and happiness. Health, wealth, love, and happiness. And in school, you know, they kind of teach you about health. They kind of teach you about happiness, but actually, school doesn't teach you about any of the 4 pillars of the good life: health, wealth, love, and happiness. Nothing. They'll teach you really about health. Half the kids in school now are obese or out of shape. They ain't teaching you what you need to know. People have bad diet habits, bad exercise. They don't teach you about wealth. They don't teach you how to invest in real estate. They don't teach you how to build businesses. They don't teach you entrepreneurship or marketing, persuasion, sales, negotiation, nothing. They don't teach you about how to find people, love, how to control your social circle, and they sure as hell don't teach you about happiness. 20-30% of the world's on depression medication, and part of that is because no one ever showed people the path. So this course is going to show you. This is a test group. I did the first test group back in November. Opening it up now for partial scholarships. You got less than 7 days. Click the link below. All right.